I'm Dina Nagib, Principal Consultant at Grass Goddess Consulting, reporting for Cannabis Coast to Coast News. And I have a special report today. I have Susie Plascencia from Mota Glass and Latinas in Cannabis. And I'm really excited to chat with Susie really quickly today about the Latinas in Cannabis Summit coming up next Saturday, the 27th, I believe, third annual. Can you tell us a little bit about the summit?
Gosh, I am so excited. Thank you so much for having me on and to chat about this amazing event that happens every year. I can't believe it's our third annual Latinas in Cannabis Summit. We started this a few years ago with the idea of really elevating Latinas in the cannabis industry. I'm a public speaker myself, so I speak at a lot of conferences and I thought we can do this. There are so many Latinas in the cannabis industry nationwide that have so much to share regarding their career trajectory and how they got to where they are, but also are inspiring the next generation of Latina cannabis professionals. So we started it in 2023 with this idea, blew it out of the water, sold out, and now 3 years in a row, it continues to be one of the industry's most highly anticipated events. It sells out every year, and it is the industry's Hispanic Heritage Month celebration as well. It's an opportunity for so many brands to show appreciation for their Hispanic and Latino customers and employees, and we're just so grateful that we've been able to produce this and give it as a gift to the industry so that we can all partake.
I love that so much. And I'm so
Yeah.
excited that I get to go for my first time this year. I'm not a Latina, but I love that you accept everyone, and every Latina that I know that works in the industry has been involved in the event and is going to be there. And do you want to talk just a little bit about the content?
Absolutely. And thank you so much for joining us. I do want to stress that it is very welcoming for everybody. People from all walks of life come to this event because it's about celebrating culture and celebrating cannabis. And you don't have to be of the culture or even be a consumer of cannabis. You can be respectful and want to support the women that are speaking. So we ask anybody, purchase a ticket to support the women that are speaking, purchase a ticket to get a great gift bag, because our gift bags, you can just hear it from the community. Our gift bags are worth hundreds, because we have the support of so many amazing brands that throw in. But the programming is going to be amazing. We have four speaker panels, one of them about Latinas in cannabis education. We're bringing back our Latinas in cannabis sales panel. We're bringing back our Latina Canna Moms panel, and then we're finishing it off with the Canna Jefa Latinas in Leadership panel. We have three workshops, one Money Matters workshop, so that everybody in the audience can get their finances in order and really learn more about, how to plan financially better for their businesses and their own personal finances. We're also going to be having a Grow Your Own workshop with Sue Ranchera Mami, an amazing third generation Latina farmer. And also, it's going to be presented by ILGM, which is a great seed company who's been supporting Latinas in cannabis for a really long time. And our last workshop of the event is going to be an Inner Nina healing session. So we can all introspectively look into who we were when we were children and really forgive ourselves for being that quote unquote stoner that we felt wasn't living up to our parents' expectations. So there is going to be a healing session as well. Overall, it's a very well-rounded summit that's both professional and a cultural little community session.
Oh my gosh, I love that so much. I just got chills when you were talking about it. It's going to be so amazing. I cannot
It
wait.
really is.
Thank you so much. And before we go, I just wanted to mention we have some great news coming out of California. AB 8 and AB 564. So we have integrating non-intoxicating, naturally occurring hemp-derived cannabinoids into the cannabis supply chain. So that's AB 8 and AB 564, which I've been talking a lot about, that excise tax, which unfortunately went up to 19% at the
Mm.
beginning of July, is going to go back down to 15% beginning of October, as long as Newsom signs the bill that is now sitting on the governor's desk. So we have
Come on,
those two.
Newsom, let's go. I'm so excited to hear about these new changes because, California's been hurting so much and we've all been keeping an eye on what's going on. So thank you for bringing us this news.
It's so great when I have good news to share. And also, I just heard that Sacramento has passed for cannabis consumption lounges as well. So let's head up there pretty soon.
Yes, I'm gonna be heading up there with my Mota glass and making sure that we can sesh up quality up in those places. I'm so excited. We need more places where we can consume safely.
Absolutely. All right. Anything else before we close?
Happy Hispanic Heritage Month to the cannabis industry and everybody with us. A big part of the Latino and heritage and Hispanic community works in cannabis. They bring the cannabis to you, whether they're trimming it or whether they're growing it or whether they're, inventorying it or selling it at the ground floor. I think everybody out there, let's just join together and celebrate Hispanic and Latino Heritage Month. It's a beautiful month to celebrate our culture.
I love that. Thank you for bringing that up. That's a great point. And yes, Hispanic Heritage Month. I'm Dina Nagib for Cannabis Coast to Coast News.
I think I messed up. Did you know there's a place that covers all the cannabis news you need? Pro Cannabis Media is now WPCM TV, your go-to website for things cannabis. WPCM TV is the CNBC of weed, bringing you the latest news you need.
Amy Carter. This week, she reports from inside the State House in Lansing.
I'm Amy Carter from Michigan Weedsters with this week's Michigan Report for Cannabis Coast to Coast News.
And talk shows about all things cannabis.
Well, thank you. And thank you for y'all, all you're doing to get the word out. Like, this show is so important.
It all started back in 2018 when Emmy award-winning talk show host Jimmy Young kicked it off with the In the Weeds podcast.
That it's not just any generic paper towel. You do have a brand that you use, right?
Yeah, we live or die by the bounty. I mean,
The quicker picker upper. I love that.
His mission? Building an army of multimedia journalists and podcast hosts who are documenting the fight to end cannabis prohibition in this country and around the world. Fast forward to today, and we've got the nation's only weekly cannabis coast-to-coast news program with Elena Pinto.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to this week's Cannabis Coast to Coast News, WPCM TV's weekly production of the fight to end cannabis prohibition in this country and around the world. I'm Elena Pinto.
Delivering the nation's only TV news-style program. Since June 2021, WPCM TV has racked up over 1.3 million views with 17 million impressions and picked up over 16,000 subscribers on YouTube alone. For more information, contact the team at WPCMTV.com.